Good morning, everyone. This is Morgan Cook with Positively Osceola here for Positively Osceola's Daybreak Live. So excited to be coming to you on this Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to you guys. It is May 19th, 9 a.m. right here on Positively Osceola. Be sure to say hello whenever you hop on. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit the share button. Let me know in the comment section who we have with us this morning. I'm going to come on here as well and hit the share button so that way everyone knows of all the wonderful things we're going to be talking about today. We are so excited to have Mr. Charlie Draper with Draper Law Office with us. You guys know all about Draper Law Office here in Osceola County. They make such a wonderful impact on our community. So always a joy to have them with us, especially Mr. Charlie giving us all the details when it comes to some legal advice that you guys might be looking forward to. So be sure, like I said, hit that thumbs up button. I'm coming on here to hit the share button as well. So that way everyone knows of the topics we will be discussing. I hope you guys are having a wonderful work week. We are officially on Wednesday. So that means we're halfway through the work week and you guys hopefully have some fun weekend plans ahead of you. So be sure to say hello. Good morning, Savale. Good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us here on our Daybreak Live. Thankful to have you with us, joining us. And without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started this morning with our Daybreak Live. All right, so at this time, we're going to go ahead and welcome Mr. Charlie with us. Good morning, Mr. Charlie. How are you?
Good morning. Glad to be a part of your program this morning.
Yes, sir. We're very excited to have you with us. You are with Draper Law Office, who's been serving Central Florida community since 1984. But that's not just part of what you do. You've been a strong advocate for the community, including businesses, organization, and of course, the school district of Osceola County as well. So we want to thank you for all that you do and welcome you to our Positively Osceola Daybreak Live. For those that are not familiar with Draper Law Office, what practices of law do you guys practice over at your law firm?
Yeah, primarily two main areas. One is family law, which includes divorces, child support, visitation. And the other is personal injury. It's limited primarily to automobile accident, premises liabilities, which we'll get into this morning, and occasional dog bite. But most of it is automobile accidents and premises liability.
Awesome. Now, like you mentioned, we're going to be discussing premise liabilities today, both residential and non-residential. I think people are not really sure what that might be and sometimes ask themselves, what should we do if, for example, they're in a store or a restaurant and water was not tended to on the floor and it causes someone to slip and fall and become injured. So go ahead and explain to us what premise liability is and what they should do in the case of that injury.
Okay, so most of the listeners, I'm sure, are familiar with automobile accident cases. There are injuries involving motor vehicle accidents, injuries involving, products liability, injuries involving medical malpractice, injuries involving workers' compensation. There's also the field of injuries involving people who are injured on other people's properties or premises. So basically, it's an injury that occurs on someone else's premises. So that's what it is. We've been doing this for 35 years, and it really covers quite a spectrum of different types of cases, not only commercial cases, as you mentioned, restaurants, but also non-commercial cases. Just common examples are like a slip and fall at a grocery store, or even going to a big box store and having objects falling on our clients. Restaurants, again, slip and falls on the floor, changes in floor elevations that causes a trip.
Right.
Apartment units, handrail issues, stairs in disrepair, violation of building codes, curbs, sidewalks, parking lots, broken sidewalks, maybe elevated, caused by tree roots, potholes, and of course, we get a fair amount of premises cases from theme parks. Mostly slip and fall, trip and fall, things of that nature. So that's what the premises liability entails, that type of law. Things that probably most people don't know. A property owner is not automatically liable. Give an example. You had referred to water on the floor, maybe in a grocery store.
Right.
So the law in Florida regarding premises liability in that setting would be that a business owner is obligated to maintain their premises in a reasonably safe manner for its customers, okay?
Right.
Which includes a lot of duties. It is not it's not required to anticipate all types of dangers, okay? For example, I had a case recently, and a lady was exiting, I won't use the name of the store, it was a big box store. And as she was leaving, she slipped and fell.
No. Yeah.
And so a lot of people think that in that case, the store is automatically liable, which is not the law. We have to be able to prove that substance on the floor was there for a sufficient period of time within which the store should have discovered and corrected it, or that the store caused it. Sometimes there's faulty equipment in a grocery store that causes a leak.
Right.
In this particular case, there was a surveillance camera.
Oh, okay.
And the surveillance cameras are pretty common in most big box stores. And it showed that about 40 seconds before the lady slipped on this substance, which turned out to be yogurt.
Wow.
About 40 seconds before, this child had dropped a container of yogurt on the floor. So obviously 40 seconds is not enough time for the store to be responsible to identify, clean it up, put warning signs. So that's not a very good case. Had we been able to show that the substance had been on the floor for an extended period of time, that would have been a different case. So, most grocery stores, department stores, restaurants have these surveillance cameras. So, most people don't know about them. When you are injured.
Right. That's going to be my next question.
Yeah, when you're injured in a grocery store, a department store, or a restaurant, it's fairly common that the management will ask you to give a statement, a written statement. And if they don't, you should ask to put them on notice and give a written statement.
Right.
And when you give that statement, that written statement, you should ask them for a copy of it. It is your statement. And so a lot of times they will provide it to you, which is important. You should also be aware that store employees and insurance adjusters are loyal to their employers and to their insurance companies, okay? They're nice people, they're friendly, but don't be fooled. They work for their employer or they work for the insurance company, and their job is to save their employer money or protect them. And the same thing with insurance adjusters. So you should be cooperative, but don't let the nice people mislead you. So here's some tips that I've come up with that I think are important for your viewers.
Yes, sir.
If you are involved in a slip and fall or any other type of injury on someone's premises, the most important thing is we use our cameras, our cell phones for a lot of purposes. It does have a camera feature. Take pictures from different angles of whatever the substance or object is that caused you your injury.
Right.
Get a copy of your statement. Okay. Obviously, seek medical attention as soon as possible. Call an experienced attorney who handles these cases on a regular basis. Also, make sure that you keep the clothing as well as the shoes that you're wearing, because
That's interesting.
oftentimes the clothing will, if someone falls, will have the residue of that substance on it. And then the client may not know what, in fact, he or she slipped in, but that the residue on the clothing can help us determine what it is. So anyway, that's pretty much it for premises liability.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Charlie, for all that you do. If someone's looking to get more information, or maybe they want to get in contact with you about an incident that has taken place, where can they find information and get in contact with Draper Law Office?
Okay, so they can call us directly, 407-846-0075. They can Google us, go to our website, and we have a live chat feature, so they can contact us that way. So there's many ways that you can just stop in. Our office is at 705 Emmett Street in Kissimmee. So,
awesome.
However, we'd be more than happy to answer any questions. Just pick up the phone. Be more than happy to speak with you and evaluate your case.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you so much for joining us here on our Daybreak Live. Thank you for making a positive difference here in Osceola County. And most importantly, thank you for being a partner with us here at Positively Osceola. The success that you have within your law firm does not go unnoticed. You are a longstanding community member here in Osceola, and we appreciate all that you do. Be sure to visit their website, draperlawoffice.com, to get more information. Reach out to them and get the help that you are in need of. To sign off this morning, this is Morgan Cook with Positively Osceola. You're Mr. Charlie Draper with Draper Law Office, and together we're making a positive difference